We begin in the battleground state of Michigan today. New developments in this presidential campaign. Vice President Kamala Harris and her new VP pick, that's Tim Walz, continue their swing through the states that will decide this election. Yesterday, hitting Michigan and Wisconsin, very large, very enthusiastic crowds greeted them, while Republicans unveiled new lines of attack, especially against Governor Walz. Nancy Cordes was at the rally in Detroit and joins us now. Nancy, there's a song called It's Electric. Yesterday, watching those crowds, it felt like it's electric out there. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. There was a little static, however, between these two campaigns. Governor Walz is the latest entrant into the race, and so he's being hit with all the opposition research the Trump team can throw at him. And in one case yesterday, that appeared to backfire as audio resurfaced showing former President Trump praising the very actions he's now criticizing.
These guys have given me an incredible welcome.
Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, has made the accusation about his new Democratic rival at every event the past 2 days.
He allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis.
He's talking about the unrest and looting in the city of Minneapolis in the days after George Floyd was murdered by police in 2020.
This is a guy who says that he stands for public safety, but actively encouraged the rioters who burned down Minneapolis.
But an audio recording from that time tells a different story.
I fully agree with the way he handled it the last couple of days.
In a phone call with governors, then President Trump praised Governor Tim Walz for calling in the National Guard.
You called up big numbers, and the big numbers knocked them out so fast it was like bowling pins.
In a statement Wednesday, the Trump campaign insisted Governor Walz allowed Minneapolis to burn for days. And Trump acknowledged Governor Walz for finally taking action to deploy the National Guard to end the violence in the city. Vance has also been going after Walz's military record, and this comment in particular.
We can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at.
He has not spent a day in a combat zone. What bothers me about Tim Walz is the stolen valor garbage. Do not pretend to be something that you're not.
Walz retired from the Army National Guard in 2005. And in a statement, the Harris campaign said, in his 24 years of service, the governor carried, fired, and trained others to use weapons of war innumerable times. The Trump campaign is trying to blunt the Democratic ticket's momentum as enormous crowds turn out for Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz at every stop.
I don't know how I could explain to you walking into that arena in Philly or that field out in Wisconsin or right here to what I have been told is the largest rally of the campaign.
But more people can also mean more protesters. An extended interruption by pro-Palestinian protesters Wednesday night in Michigan ultimately drew this reaction from Harris.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
There were roughly 14,000 people at that rally in Detroit last night, a big change from the Biden days when the events tended to be much smaller. In fact, the crowds we're seeing out on the trail now only rival what we saw for Obama back in 2008 or Donald Trump in 2016. Jerika?
All right, Nancy Cordes for us in Detroit. Thank you.